I want to do a quick video on this. A few days ago, I did some satirical video commentaries where I was talking about the chicken jockey scandal, the chicken jockey riots, how a crowd of young boys had just demolished a movie theater after after Jack Black said chicken jockey in the Minecraft movie. And yeah, I was inspired to do those videos, those satirical videos, because I was finding the moral panic that's sprung up among some regarding these incidents as really rather tiresome and kind of a piece of what the sort of stuff we've been hearing lately about our boys, what's happening to our boys. They're all being poisoned by they're being radicalized by red pill content on the internet and all that stuff. So I wanted to share this. Now, probably, I'm guessing a lot of you have seen this already, but maybe some of you haven't. But so let me just set it up quickly. The Minecraft movie came out a couple weeks ago. It's been a big hit. It sold a lot of tickets. It's blown Snow White out of Snow Brown. It's blown woke Snow Brown out of the water. But it's apparently, it's not a great movie. It's been being referred to a lot as slop, and that seems to be a word that's going around a lot right now. Slop. Everything is slop. But anyway, this movie is supposedly slop, but it's still being enjoyed by the Minecraft faithful, and they're enjoying it in their own sort of way. Now, there have been some incidents. I don't know much at all about Minecraft. My kids played it when they were younger. I know that it's a really popular game with a huge following, especially among young people. I'm really quite out of the loop as far as knowing much about Minecraft. But apparently there are references in the movie. There are shameless references to the game that are in the movie that maybe even seen as pandering. I mean, or just fan service of just the most of the laziest kind. And one of them, the one that seems to have kicked up the most ruckus, is this scene where a chicken jockey comes into being. Now, a chicken jockey is a zombie baby that jumps on that rides a chicken, and apparently it's a really powerful force, I guess. But this was an audience that was full of a lot of young people, young boys primarily. Totally. I mean, this is a young boy phenomenon. Middle school, high school age boys. They are at this movie, and this video records or shows what happens in this scene when the chicken jockey comes into being, and Jack Black's character says chicken jockey. So let me just play it for y'all. Okay, now see, this person has an actual chicken. That guy has an actual chicken that he brought into the movie theater. And they caused so much damage. As you can see, they were throwing their popcorn, They were spilling their sodas, and you know they had to stop the movie, and they had to usher out some of the rowdier kids. Although I don't know who. It seemed to me like they were like they were all being rowdy, but I guess they singled out certain ones and kicked them out of the movie theater. But I don't. Here's my thing. Like I watch this, and I understand why. If I were a theater employee, if I were, if I had to clean up this mess, I would be pissed off. I get that. I get how it's socially irresponsible to do what these kids were doing. Um, I get how it's obnoxious, but there's something to me that's so heartening and I mean touching, really, about seeing young boys uh, be happy, be ecstatic, be um, I don't know, just my picture, maybe my own picture of the way things are is clouded by my own perception. I imagine being a young person today is really really hard, really difficult. I have a son who's 19 years old. You know, my heart goes out to him, and also to my daughter, who's a little bit older. But I think it's especially hard for this is a hard time for young boys. Um, when I was growing up, there were challenges, but it wasn't like the world had just turned its back on you. It wasn't like I don't know. I could go into detail about it, but I don't want to become boring here. You could still get a job and earn a living and buy a house and all these things that are just seem to be beyond the reach of Gen Z right now. Just with how crappy everything's become and all the woke shit and everything, all the anti-male shit. Uh, I'm just glad to see boys out there having fun and finding ways to enjoy themselves and cut loose and uh, yeah. So when I watch this, like the it's not something I don't understand. I don't get why hearing chicken jockey would cause this kind of reaction. Um, if I were a Minecraft fan, I would maybe understand it. But I just found I just I have a different response than the moral panickers, and I have a feeling that those uh, who are wringing their wringing their hands, clutching their pearls over these kinds of incidents. I have a feeling about who those kinds of people are and what they really represent and what they're really all about. Um, and if I'm right, then I don't like them, and I'm happy to see them in a tizzy. I'm happy to see them unhappy. Now I do sympathize with the theater workers though, so don't get me wrong, and I understand you can't just let this kind of stuff happen, and you know keep an orderly keep things orderly and non chaotic in your movie theater establishment. So I get that too. Don't misunderstand me. But anyway, that's where I'm coming from here. Let me watch it one more time. Look, they're having so much fun. They're just being crazy. This is what boys do. you know, boys will be boys, and that's a good thing. All right.